Hello, 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 it's your glorious host, Gamer Gengar, here to do her very first Let's Play video, which should be fun. And I'm gonna skip a whole bunch of grinding and just, the stuff you already know is gonna happen. Also, I'm using a very bad recorder, which decides to skip things all its own, which kind of sucks. But I will try and keep it humorous. Although there are no promises, since I have a rather black sense of humour that people tend to hate. But since you're here, you might as well watch. Now, let's see. I'm of course a girl. G. I'm not going to fit Gamer Gengar in there. Oh well. Skip. And now, to ride like an illegal immigrant in the back of a truck with a bunch of stuff with a dress that isn't tied down or anything. Totally silly, and just freeze in space for a minute there. Thank you. Right, hello, look, she's at the house already. No dad as well. Oh, the dad's at the gym, isn't he? Yeah. Well, if it follows the same story. This is my first time playing this game, by the way, people. It could be epic, or it could be really, really boring. It really depends. I have a question for you all. You see those guys, those Pokemon there, match up? Are they? I forget. Anyway, where do they get their Speedos? Because they evolve, and then they have those Speedos. And they're clearly not part of the Pokemon's body. So, does it just, create Speedo? I don't know what in nature that would prove or help or anything. Just seems strange. Correct time? Yes. Oh look, she's come up to stalk me again. How'd you like your new room? I would have liked a PlayStation a lot more than a GameCube. I'm sorry. Ooh, book. Flip to open book. Open start menu. Record progress or save. Actually, that is something with these game hacks that people make, is that save often, because they crash so often and it's so frustrating, and I'm stuck in the PC. There we go. Now, so yes, save often, because these games are so crashy and glitchy and just makes me want to go out and be a terrible person in general, Anyway, as you do. Oh Jesus, I always hate these epic intros where they never shut up and they think I care about these things, and I really, really don't. Like, when I first started playing Pokemon, I couldn't even read, so this was just really annoying. Oh, come on! This is taking too long.
A few inches later.
Okay, we'll just go through a few time cards. Right. Go see our next door neighbour. Actually, in the Ruby games, this guy was my favourite rival because he wasn't a total idiot, or he wasn't Gary with his annoying voice, and he wasn't annoying and he didn't go smell you later, which really annoyed me as a kid.
Later.
That's why I'm glad I killed Gary's Rattata. Or was it Eradicate? Yeah, it was Eradicate by that time, but it's dead. Right, let's just skip that. I picked Charmander. I didn't actually look at any of the other Pokemon. I was just like, Charmander, yoink! Because Charmander is the best. It's a fiery salamander lizard. Even though salamanders are kind of amphibious, I thought. But, actually, do you know what I think is funny? Is that he's a fire salamander. But all the legends say that salamanders were so cold that they could put out fire. So he's kind of a paradox, really, in himself. If it's a paradox, or maybe it's an oxymoron. Yeah, I think oxymorons are the words. Anyway, I always thought that was funny. So when I kind of saw the in the X and Y games, when they had blue Charizard, like that, I was kind of like, ooh, is he going to be like some sort of ice fire person? Because that would be really, really epic. But no. No, we had blue fire. Actually, he really looked like he should be an ice something with those. I mean, I know that blue flames are hotter than regular flames, but come on. Blue flame dragon. I want it to have, a specialist move that's, fire ice that burns. You know how like Scald is a water type move that burns? I want a fire type move that freezes and an ice type move that, yeah. Ah, yes. I just run up to the Pokemon Center because I couldn't be bothered with all the grinding. I did a little grinding because, you know, that's the thing you do. I used to grind for ages on the first level and just like ha ha ha. But then what would usually happen is like level up my starter Pokemon too high to catch any Pokemon in the area, and that sucks. Now, what I thought was kind of cool is that, right, it's mainly Zigzagoon in the grass, just lots and lots of Zigzagoon, and I do love Zigzagoon, but I'm not planning on catching one this time round because I'm sort of playing the game to finish, and as great as Zigzagoon is, and I have beaten the league with a team of Zigzagoon before. Zigzagoon, that's a great name. Anyway, I don't plan on catching a Zigzagoon, but I noticed that they've sort of, in this hack, that they've mixed up what appears. So I had like a Zigzagoon, and then I had like a Pidgey from Generation 1, so I was just like, yay! So when I get some Pokeballs, I am totally nabbing myself a Pidgey. The first Pidgey I see will be my Pidgey, and I will call it Bird Jesus. I promise you, it shall be Bird Jesus, just like Twitch plays Pokemon. Just, yeah. Oh, it's Sod's Law. He gets a critical hit on the first turn. I'm gonna have to use that potion. This is awful. Oh well. By the way, Aki, what I called my lovely, lovely, lovely Charmander, because Charmander is the best. Aki means red in Japanese, because I wasn't feeling too imaginative today. I don't know. One thing about nicknaming Pokemon is that when you get them when they're babies, it's really hard to nickname them, because you have to think what they'll turn into, and if it'll still suit them. You know, like I always had that problem with Wingull, because it looks so cute, and it has like really thin wings. So I always used to call it names like Paper Plane and stuff like that, because it had thin wings and it was glidey, and then it turns into a giant bucket. Well, not literally, it turns into a pelican, but bucket. Oh dear, what's happening here? A wild missing no seems to be attacking, or something along those lines. I don't know. Well, okay then. I actually am not sure what to do there. I'll just let him run out. Oh dear, where did he come from? You bricked a pathway over that puddle, didn't you, Brendan? Okay. Well, that's a little strange, but nothing I can't deal with, you know, just... I mean, that is one thing with hacks, you do get these very, very strange, weird... Oh look, now I'm inside and outside at the same time. That was... Okay, let's just have a little skip there. GG. Oh, da, da, da. Yeah, I'm bored of her already. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah. I remember when we weren't allowed to run. Now that sucks, just walking everywhere. Okay, enough of zipping and stuff. Time to grind! Although you guys probably... I told you, look, the first Pidgey I see, I'm gonna freaking grab. Although this is after some grinding, of course. Grinding, because you don't want to see the grinding, it's boring. Ha 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 ha. Like a pro. Remember when it used to be just one pocket, and you could actually like sort of look and see where your balls were, just in the huge pocket. Look and see where your balls are. So mature! Anyway. Yay, it's caught, and it shall be called Bird Jesus, as promised. Of course. Extremely strong sense of direction, yada yada yada. Yada yada yada, and yes, your toes. Give it a name? Yes. It shall be Bird Jesus. Or I guess I could call it a Bala, or whatever they did in the other one. That was that was fun. I wish there was like a little cycle thing, you know, so you didn't have to go all the way to the side and just... What I really need is just an inboard keyboard. Also, I'd love to do like Japanese letters and stuff, you know, just like kanji in there. But that would be way too complicated. I mean, could you imagine having two languages on one of those lovely Game Boy cartridges? Anyway, Pokemon Center, because I have a nice worn out Pidgey. That'll be fun. Notice that they still have pink hair. Like, they're all still nurse joys. Although, these nurse joys don't have that hat that they wear in the other. I'm pretty sure they wore a hat in the original game.
Later.
Grinding! Anyway, look at this. We're gonna have a Pokemon battle. You know, one that isn't against the rival. But let's have a look see. Yay! I was kind of hoping for, like, I don't know, Caterpie. Something cool. Something cool. Oh, hey, if you guys watch Pokemon Origin, and he uses the string shot on Onyx to make it just the right speed. Like that. I was laughing at that for ages. Just that one string holding back a giant rock serpent. Like, oh. I mean, that's kind of weedy, really. I mean, if you think about it, that's just really... yeah, nah. I mean, I guess in the world of Pokemon, I mean, the string could be as strong as iron. I'm sorry I'm being so boring, people. It's very hard to think of this on the fly. Anyway, Pokemon battle time! If you have Pokemon with you, then you're officially a Pokemon trainer. You can't say no to my challenges. I never got that. What if you, like, just... like, you know Ash's mum has that Mr. Mime that just tidies up and it's like carrying the shopping for her. What if she was just walking down? Does she have to fight every single Pokemon trainer who just happens to be standing in the spot staring into space? And why do they do that? Just, is that what the youth in the Pokemon world do? They go out and they stand in one spot and stare into space. Yes. Well, they do. Actually, do you know one thing I love about Pidgey and Sandshrew is the sand attack, because after you use it 3, 4, 5 times, the other guy can't even hit yet. It's the most frustrating thing in the world to happen to you though, because it's just like, oh my god, die! Not that Pokemon die, they faint, which is kind of wimpy. Dear. Poor things. They fight each other into concussion and just faint. Then again, I guess it's better than them being dead and revived. It's just weird. They should have like a play dead move. It's like, play dead! And just get up, get him in the jugular. I wonder if you'd actually get into trouble in the Pokemon world for actually killing a Pokemon by accident in a Pokemon battle, or if they would be like, ah, it's an accident. Like, what sort of laws would they have against that? Like Charmander, if its tail goes out, it's dead, so that would be like a real pain. Although that can't, I mean, I know if its tail goes out, it can't refire and it dies. But there's like plenty of, like, I guess it must only be Charmander then, because in Pokemon Origin there's a whole moment where Charizard is like underwater and I was kind of like, oh, what are you doing down there, you fire-breathing dragon? But imagine all the different like water-type moves, or if you go surfing and such. Oh, this guy. Ooh. Oh god.
Later.
If I'm bored, you guys must be so bored. Ian City. Oh look, I see a Pokeball! You know, I think I'm gonna do some grinding. Just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Dude, ooh, look! Something! Ooh, look, that's Johto region. Hey, Sentret. That was... Actually, I never actually liked this Pokemon. I mean, actually when it evolves... No, actually no, I still hate this Pokemon. I like Zigzagoon and Linoon a lot more than Sentret. I always get my hopes up when I see that coloration though, because it looks like it should be a shiny. It kind of looks really gold and just inspires hope, really, doesn't it? It's just like, ah.
Later.
I get this. You know, the other Pokemon does to me is Seedot. Anyway, Pokemon battle. Dun 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 dun. Further my career. Yeah, that's why I'm in the nosebleeds down. But could that skirt get any shorter, really? Like, in the Pokemon, I always think it's funny, they're all like 10, 12-ish, around that. And the girls are just like dressed in these like short skirts. Like, don't bend over. Or anything like that. And I always find that funny. Like that. But, that's just anime, isn't it, in general? Well, does Pokemon count as anime? I guess anything counts as animal, really. Anyway. But Jesus is on top form, look at that. I did some grinding. And you guys are going to be so confused. I just suddenly skip from one level to the next because I just grind and then I just cut this out of the video and just and you missed some of my most wonderful dialogue when I'm really bored and I'm just there like blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't literally just sit there making noises. It just feels like that. I imagine you're all dying of boredom by now. I'm dying of boredom. I'm terrible at Let's Play videos. I'm sorry. Oh well. It seemed like a good idea in the theory. You can all give me thumbs down for just breaking the fourth wall over here and just being like, let's talk to the audience. Okay. Aki goes in front. Actually, I'm kind of impressed that they changed the map around. You know, because it used to be that you hopped up there, didn't it? And then there was a trainer standing there. I know. Do you know another great hack of Pokemon Ruby was what's it called? Pokemon Snakewood, which was like a Resident Evil crossed with Pokemon game, and it is a much appreciated game in my book. Don't worry, people. I won't go on that much longer. Maybe a minute or two more. Just I don't know. I'll go to the Pokemon Center or something and save there. And I don't want to save in the middle of nowhere. It feels like I haven't accomplished anything. And I've been playing for nearly 20 minutes. That's just... Actually, no, I've been playing more than 20 minutes. Like, that's just terrible. We'll see when I'll see what I saved and it'll be like 30-something minutes and I'll be like, no, my life. Oh, I was kind of hoping for some short-related comic because he looks like youngster Joey. Actually, that's what I want to see. I want to see some Rattata! Or is it Rattata? I always used to call it like you know like that song by Christy Moore, and there's a bit in the song where he goes rat-a-ta-ta-ta, rat-a-ta-ta-ta, rat-a-ta-ta-ta. So I always used to do that whenever I saw that name, even though it doesn't have that many towers in it. I was just like rat-a-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Make it sound like a nice sauce. Look at Pokemon Center. Yes, we restored the Toad Pokemon. La 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 la. I hope they kept the place that had the hot spring behind the Pokemon Center, because that was epic. Anyway, I've been at this for nearly 20 minutes. You're probably bored stiff. I'm going to say, look at that! I was so close to being right. Like, 30 minutes. 31 minutes. Right, anyway, I have been your ghostly grinning host, Game Again Girl. And I'll be signing off today, and hopefully I'll have another part soon enough. I mean, my video player has crashed literally every 5 seconds, basically. Dong. But anyway, see ya. Don't forget to like, dislike, subscribe, comment, whatever you like. You can literally do whatever you like. Any feedback is good feedback. Unless, of course, it's bad feedback. But even that's good feedback. In as much as someone's feeding back. You know what, do what you want. I don't care at all, really. I just did this because it goes with the page, really. Anyway, bye bye, and stay safe.